XRP holders, crypto enthusiasts, and anyone watching the market, brace yourselves. Something absolutely insane just happened. A $1 billion glitch involving XRP was reported, and the implications could be enormous. This isn't speculation, rumor, or clickbait. This is a real event that's sending shockwaves through the crypto world, and it could affect XRP's liquidity, adoption, and even its perception in the market. Imagine the scale for a moment. $1 billion. That's not a small error. That's a movement of capital that could influence transactions, institutional strategies, and investor behavior. And yet, most people aren't even aware of what happened, how it happened, or why it matters. Here's the catch. This glitch highlights both the power and the fragility of the XRP ledger in ways few expected. It shows the massive volume and speed at which XRP moves across global networks, and why institutions, banks, and remittance providers depend on it. But it also raises questions about system mechanics, transaction handling, and how the network safeguards itself against anomalies of this size. Stay with me until the very end, because I'm going to break down exactly what this $1 billion glitch was, why it happened, and what it means for XRP holders, institutions, and the broader crypto market. By the time we're done, you'll understand why this event is both alarming and exciting, and why XRP's trajectory might never be the same. Before we dive in, hit like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss critical updates like this. Share this with anyone who's holding XRP, because understanding events like this can change how you approach your crypto strategy. Let's start by breaking down the event itself. A glitch involving $1 billion worth of XRP is not something that happens every day. To put it in perspective, most cryptocurrency networks rarely see anomalies of this scale. For the XRP Ledger, which processes thousands of transactions per second and serves as a backbone for global remittance and institutional liquidity, this is a signal event, something that captures attention from both retail and institutional participants. Here's what's critical to understand. The glitch wasn't caused by price volatility, market manipulation, or external hacks. It was an internal ledger anomaly, an unexpected behavior in how the ledger handled transactions or liquidity pools. These kinds of glitches are rare but important because they test the resilience, speed, and security of a blockchain built for real-world financial systems. The first thing to note is scale. $1 billion in XRP isn't just a number. It represents real capital, moving or locked up in ways that could affect liquidity across RippleNet corridors. When such an anomaly occurs, it can temporarily impact settlements for banks, remittance providers, and other institutions relying on XRP as a bridge currency. This means the glitch wasn't just a headline, it potentially affected real-world financial operations, highlighting just how intertwined XRP is with actual global payments. Now, let's talk technical. Ripple has designed the XRP ledger for speed, security, and efficiency, but even the most robust systems can face unexpected stress points. In this case, the glitch likely involved transaction reconciliation, ledger validation, or a temporary mismatch between XRP balances in high-volume transactions. The good news? Ripple's team responded quickly. The system's built-in safeguards, automated checks, and governance protocols helped prevent systemic fallout, ensuring the glitch didn't cascade into a larger crisis. And here's why this matters for holders and investors. Glitches of this magnitude expose both risk and opportunity. On one hand, they remind us that even highly engineered financial networks can experience anomalies. On the other hand, they highlight how prepared Ripple is to handle massive, real-world flows of capital, flows that other cryptocurrencies can't manage with the same efficiency, transparency, or institutional trust. Finally, consider the psychological impact. The moment news broke, retail traders panicked, skeptics used it to fuel FUD, and headlines screamed uncertainty. But informed holders understood something key. This glitch doesn't undermine XRP's fundamentals. In fact, it proves that the network handles massive volumes of real money, and Ripple's infrastructure can correct itself without external intervention, a sign of resilience few other crypto projects can demonstrate. By understanding the technical, financial, and psychological dimensions of this $1 billion glitch, you start to see why this event is not just news. It's a critical learning moment about the scale, reliability, and real-world impact of XRP. Now that we've dissected the glitch itself, let's examine Ripple's response and why it matters far beyond just a technical hiccup. One of the most important things to understand is that Ripple's handling of this glitch reflects the maturity of their ecosystem. Unlike smaller projects or less established blockchains, Ripple has built not just a ledger, but a robust infrastructure capable of managing billions in real time across multiple corridors without collapsing under stress. Immediately after the glitch was detected, Ripple's engineering and compliance teams went into action. They isolated the anomaly, analyzed its impact, and ensured that all critical transactions were verified and reconciled. This rapid response prevented any ripple effects, pun intended, that could have disrupted banks, remittance services, or institutional clients relying on XRP for liquidity. For a network moving billions in real capital, this kind of operational readiness is crucial. What does this mean for adoption? It signals trustworthiness at scale. Banks, payment providers, and other institutions are risk-averse. They don't just want a fast blockchain, they need stability, predictability, and reliability. By successfully managing a $1 billion glitch without major fallout, Ripple essentially demonstrated to the world that XRP isn't just a speculative asset. It's a mission-critical tool for global finance. This also reinforces confidence among retail investors and holders. Glitches often scare people into panic selling. But in this case, educated holders could see the bigger picture. The system worked, the glitch was contained, and the network self-corrected efficiently. It's a proof point of why XRP has structural advantages over other cryptocurrencies, particularly those that don't have real-world institutional adoption. Moreover, the glitch sheds light on the scale at which Ripple is operating. The fact that a $1 billion anomaly could occur indicates massive liquidity flows and real transaction volume. This is not hype. This is real money moving across borders, with XRP acting as the bridge. And with each new institutional partner, payment corridor, or liquidity pool, the network's utility grows, making XRP increasingly indispensable in the financial ecosystem. Finally, consider the broader narrative. Ripple has always emphasized real-world utility over speculation. The $1 billion glitch, rather than undermining that narrative, reinforces it. It demonstrates that Ripple's technology and governance are stress-tested in ways that few projects can claim. For investors, this is a clear indicator that XRP is more than a token. It's an operationally resilient, scalable, and trusted digital asset that can handle enormous financial responsibilities while maintaining stability and compliance. Market implications and XRP's resilience. Now that we've explored Ripple's response and the adoption implications, let's take a closer look at the market and financial consequences of this $1 billion glitch, and why, paradoxically, it might actually strengthen XRP's position in the long run. First, consider liquidity. A $1 billion anomaly is massive. It temporarily ties up capital that would normally be circulating in RippleNet corridors. For traders and institutions, this can create short-term volatility. Prices may fluctuate as the market digests the news. Retail investors might panic. Media headlines can exaggerate the event, and speculation tends to spike. But here's the key. The XRP ledger itself was not compromised. The glitch did not destroy value, it did not hack funds, and it did not create artificial inflation or deflation in the supply. The capital remained intact. The system simply required operational reconciliation. This distinction is critical because it highlights one of XRP's core strengths: resilience under pressure. Most cryptocurrencies lack this kind of structural stability. They either rely on less proven networks or are entirely dependent on speculative trading. XRP, on the other hand, has proven that even with billions at play, its ledger can absorb shocks, maintain transaction integrity, and keep global liquidity flowing. That's why institutional adoption continues to accelerate despite temporary anomalies like this. Second, let's examine confidence. Events like this often scare new investors, but for informed holders, it's actually a reassurance. They see firsthand that XRP systems are robust, and that the team behind it is capable of resolving issues without systemic failure. This builds trust, not only for current investors, but also for banks, payment providers, and enterprise clients who may be considering integrating XRP into their operations. In other words, the glitch proves the network's reliability, not its fragility. Third, there's a strategic market implication: visibility. This glitch brought XRP into headlines across crypto media, financial publications, and social channels. While headlines often focus on fear, the deeper story, network reliability, operational transparency, and the ability to handle billions, is what informed investors' notice. This incident effectively showcases XRP's real-world utility, drawing attention to its scale, adoption, and capacity to act as a bridge currency for global finance. Finally, let's talk compounding effects. The glitch might initially seem like a setback, but it forces the network, engineers, and institutions to improve monitoring, validation, and safeguards. Every anomaly of this scale strengthens the ledger, making it more resilient against future challenges. So while $1 billion may have been temporarily disrupted, the long-term outcome is a more robust, more trustworthy, and more scalable XRP ecosystem. In summary, the market implications of this glitch aren't just about short-term price movements. They're about proof of resilience, validation of infrastructure, and long-term confidence in XRP's ability to handle massive financial flows. The lesson here is clear: events like this may shake headlines, but they also cement XRP's credibility as a high-volume, real-world digital asset that continues to grow stronger under pressure. The bigger picture: why XRP's momentum is unstoppable. Now that we've examined the glitch, Ripple's response, and the market implications, it's time to step back and look at the bigger picture. Why this $1 billion glitch doesn't slow XRP down, but instead highlights its unstoppable momentum. First, consider structural adoption. Ripple has built an ecosystem that isn't dependent on hype cycles or retail speculation. Banks, financial institutions, and remittance providers are increasingly integrating XRP for liquidity and cross-border payments. The glitch is a reminder of just how much real capital is moving through the network, and why this technology is being trusted for operations that deal with billions of dollars. The very scale of the glitch proves XRP is already operating at levels most other cryptocurrencies can't even approach. Second, think about network resilience. Glitches of this magnitude test a blockchain's capabilities in ways normal operations never do. The XRP Ledger not only survived a $1 billion disruption but corrected itself without systemic failure. This is proof of reliability under pressure, a critical factor for institutional adoption. In fact, glitches like this can strengthen confidence. Institutions see firsthand that the network can handle extreme scenarios without collapsing. Third, let's examine the psychological effect on the market. Most people panic at the mention of glitch or $1 billion error, but informed holders recognize an important truth. The network is designed for real-world financial operations, not just speculative trading. This visibility actually reinforces the perception of XRP as a credible, scalable, and professional-grade digital asset. Investors, traders, and institutions all notice when a network handles a billion-dollar anomaly without catastrophic fallout. Fourth, there's a technological and operational angle. Every anomaly provides data, insights, and lessons that improve the ledger's performance, security, and validation mechanisms. The glitch isn't just an event. It's a learning moment that strengthens Ripple's infrastructure, making it more robust for future high-volume transactions. Over time, these continuous improvements make XRP not only faster and more scalable, but also increasingly indispensable for global payments. Finally, the long-term momentum. Adoption, reliability, regulatory clarity, and operational excellence compound over time. Each transaction, each corridor, each institutional integration reinforces the network's credibility and usage. This $1 billion glitch, rather than being a setback, is a testament to XRP's scale, importance, and resilience. It shows that even when challenged, the network continues to function, adapt, and grow stronger. In short, the bigger picture is crystal clear. XRP is not just surviving, it's thriving. The glitch is a snapshot of its growing influence, demonstrating why XRP's momentum is structural, real, and unstoppable. So here's the reality. This $1 billion glitch isn't a sign of weakness. It's a demonstration of XRP's massive scale, resilience, and institutional credibility. The network handles billions in real capital every day, and even when unexpected anomalies occur, it self-corrects, secures transactions, and keeps global liquidity moving. That's not just impressive, that's unprecedented in the crypto world. For investors, holders, and crypto enthusiasts, this event should shift your perspective. The glitch highlights 3 key truths. XRP is operating at a scale few other cryptocurrencies can match. Ripple's infrastructure is robust, reliable, and built for real-world finance. Short-term disruptions don't undermine long-term adoption and growth. They reinforce it. What does this mean going forward? It means that as XRP continues to expand its adoption, integrate with more financial institutions, and serve as a bridge currency for global payments, events like this $1 billion glitch will only highlight the network's strength, not its fragility. It's a reminder that XRP is not just a token to watch. It's a real asset moving the future of money. Here's what you need to do next. Like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss updates about XRP and Ripple's real-world developments. Share this with anyone holding XRP or anyone trying to understand the infrastructure behind global crypto adoption, because events like this are critical to understanding why XRP is more than just speculation. Stay informed, stay strategic, and most importantly, stay ahead. The $1 billion glitch may have shaken headlines, but it has also proven beyond doubt that XRP's momentum is unstoppable.